there. Happy Saturday. This is going to be take 2 of a video. I had recorded this, did a 15-minute video of all kinds of lovely rambling, and so on and so forth. And I was so excited that I got the orientation of my phone right. And then guess what? I watched it, and after I've been bragging about getting the orientation right, the orientation was wrong. And I don't understand it. I tried it twice. I did 2 test runs, just like little 30-second clips, and I nailed it. So I was all excited, and it didn't work. So I don't know. This might be upside down. It might be right side up. I'm doing my best. Yeah, it looks right to me, but we'll see. Anyway, Saturday night, happy Saturday, and I wanted to share a video on, where is my sample, how to make this fantastic little desk calendar. Aside from the fact that it's just beautiful, in my opinion, the great feature of it is that it folds flat and it can be mailed. Love it. It's the perfect time of year. You're mailing everything to Christmas presents to everybody. Christmas cards to everybody. This can fold flat and it can be the little gift. So I'm mass producing these, and actually the hardest part was getting the measurements right. It took 10 minutes to cut for 16, and you know what? I cracked these off in like half an hour. I made 16 of these. So it's super quick and easy once you know what you're doing. So now let's see if I can actually do this in under 15 minutes. I listened to my recording, and as usual, I rambled on about all kinds of things. One thing I did want to state again, though, I was talking to a friend today, and I said, you know, we've got these to-do lists, and they've been really kind of weighing me down last month, where I've got them on my phone, I've got the pads everywhere, you know, things to do. I always have a running list of projects on the go, and this week is particularly busy. I've got all kinds of things coming down the line. I'm busy Wednesday night with a big gig, Thursday night with a big gig, Friday night with a big gig, and Saturday morning with a big gig, of which I haven't even designed yet. So a lot of these things that are on my to-do list. But what I found this week, I thought, why am I'm in such a good mood and nothing's really stressing me out, aside from the fact that I just came back from conference and I had a fabulous time, and, you know, I'm just smiling ear to ear all the time. But then I realized I've done something a little bit different. Instead of having a to-do list, I now have a yay list. Just a subtle difference. It's still a list, but the to-do was always weighing on me. It has a negative connotation. It's like, well, you have to do this, and it's like something you're dreading because it's something I have to do. Where all the items on my to-do list were things I enjoyed. So I didn't really understand why it would stress me out or make me, you know, oh, I have to go and, you know, make Christmas cards. Oh, I have to go design for a class. Like, these are things I love to do, but I found that I wasn't loving them. Well, now that I've switched it to my yay list, I'm like, oh, what do I get to do today? What do I get to do? And I've been having a really good time. So I came downstairs and I had all these things on my yay list, and I wasn't overwhelmed by it. It was like, well, I'm going to pick what I want to do the most. And that's what I did. And it's this video. So little mental game that you can play with yourself and see if it helps you. But this time of year, we get so weighed down in so much that we have to do. Switch it. Call it a yay list. All right. Let's see if I can actually get this cutter in the field of view this time. Let's see if I can move you back a little bit more and not knock everything on the floor. I'm surprised at how much space I actually have on this desk. I've been really good at cleaning. I cleaned before I started crafting, which is crazy. I had to. There was a bit of an avalanche, and Craig laughed at me as I hauled out 3 collage picture frames. And he's like, do we have a Michael's store? Like, why do you have 3 big picture frames that hold 6 pictures? I'm like, oh, he just doesn't even understand, you guys. Anyway, how are we going to... Okay, so I think you're in the measure. This is what I want to show you guys here, are the measurements. You're going to start with a standard half sheet of cardstock, a standard base, which is 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, and you don't have to have this, but this is the tool for this project, in my opinion, because you want to be very accurate. I'm going to talk about all these ticks that I've got here. And you know me, I'm 2 and 2 ticks and 3 and 2 ticks and so on and so forth. So this is my tool of choice. So we're going to bring in our cardstock. We're going to score it at 4 1/4, which is just the halfway mark on your 8 1/2 side. Make sure you're using the scoring blade, which is the light colored one. This is your cutting blade, the dark one. Make sure this is really, that this is brand new. The first time I tried this, I thought I can't do this project. The blade was ripping my paper. It was tearing it, wasn't cutting it. I switched the blade out and now it's no problem. It cuts like butter. I thought my blade was quite new, but it wasn't new enough. Make sure you use a new blade. You don't want it to be all frayed paper because of your cutter. All right, so we're going to score it 4 1/4. Then we're also going to score it, we're going to go down here and we're going to score it 2 2 ticks. By 2 ticks, I've established, which in my previous video I figured it out, that's 2 1/8. So that's 1/8. Hopefully this isn't upside down. That's 1/8, 2/8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/8. Okay, all these little ticks. So that would be like, if it was 1 ticket, that would be 2/16. Can't stand that. Drives my head like I can't even. So we're doing it 2 2 ticks. We're going to score there, or 2 1/8 for adults. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to fold it on the score lines. This just helps my brain remember where to cut. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. Now, what we want to do, if I bring in my, where's my sample? There's my sample here. So if we lined this up, you can see what's going to happen here is we need to cut away this little chunk here. Okay, so we're going to line up our cutter now at 3 2 ticks. 3 2 ticks, or 3 1/8 for any adults in the building. Now we're going to cut, so we want to cut away, can we see this? We're going to cut away this chunk. Make sure you're in the field of view. The smaller section here. My stamp sets. Okay. So 3 2 ticks. So I'm going to bring my cutting blade and I'm going to go, we want to cut right up to this score line. I'm going to start at the score line and I'm going to go down. Right? And then I'm going to slice off this little chunk. So that's going to go at the 4 1/4. So I'm going to slice from here up. That makes sense? I think it does. It makes sense in my head. Oh, I could have gone down a little bit lower. I had a piece of washi tape on here to know just exactly where to cut to. Ah, now I've gone too far. Well, all right. Take him away, and there we have it. We're almost done already. So, this is what we've got here. Okay. Now, this is what took me the longest time, was to figure out, again, these little fractions and how to make this piece the right size. So I've done that for you because I'm swell like that. And so the one piece that goes on the side is, got my little cheat sheet here, 4 inches by 2 2 ticks. All right. Or I even wrote it down, 4 by 2 1/8. Right. This little piece, which is going to go here, is, in Tamara language, it's 3 less 2 ticks by 2 less 2 ticks. In adult terms, that is 2 7/8 by 1 7/8. Okay, there you go. Got that? Good. Now, we're bringing in, I lost my calendars. Where are they? Calendars, here they are. So these come in a pack of 10. Tailored Expressions. They're a US company. They have a website, tailoredexpressions.com. I'm in Canada, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You can get them here. The shipping is ridiculous. Like, really, it's kind of crazy. So I've got a couple snowbird friends who go down south every year, and they bring them back for me. So yeah, they're $3 or $4 US plus the shipping. I think in the US, if the order is $75 or more, then the shipping is free. So if a bunch of us pool together and we get a whole bunch, and she brings, so the shipping is free. So they work out to $3 or $4 US for a pack of 10. All right. So those, you're going to want to use a strong adhesive. I use Fast Fuse. You could even, tear and tape is going to be strong enough. These aren't heavy, but these are fantastic quality. You can get these here in Canada for cheaper, like the Dollarama probably has them. But you know what? The pages are going to fall off. Honestly, you get what you pay for. And this is a good glue, and it's a good quality. I highly recommend these. So tear and tape, Fast Fuse, red sticky strip, whatever you've got there. This, I just did all the stamping after I made the video. The first time I stamped all of my pieces, so you don't have to watch me stamp. But the sets that I used are the Love What You Do, and I use the Means So Much. Now, there is a splotch that comes in the Love What You Do, but I don't love it. It's not symmetrical enough for me. It drives me a little bit crazy. This one, this set drives me crazy. I will master it. It's about 6 or 7 step stamping, and yeah, I'll get there. But this is worth the price of the stamp set. It's a great splotch. So I stamped it twice in the Lemon Lime Twist. And then I went in, I'm not going to lie, I used the Archival Black. It's still my favorite, and I'm going to use it until I run out. So that's what I've done there. And on this one, same thing, Beautiful Day in the Black, little black flower, and then these are the little flowers in Lemon Lime Twist. I added 3 jewels. And on this, I just added a little bow. Now I'm going to show you how I did the bow, because I know you're going to ask, how did you do the bow? Don't know if we can still get this ribbon. It's either sold out, it might be just, I don't know. We're having some problems. Stuff's been too popular. It's selling out, but if you can get this ribbon, get it. I'm going to cut it at about 7 inches. It only needs to be about 6 inches, but it's so hard to tie otherwise. Now let me see if I'm in the field of view. Now where are you guys? You're way up here. Okay, so this, let me tell you about this bad boy. My dad made these for me a few years back. I was watching a video that a lady had made, and she had some sort of fancy bow tie. And I'm like, I need one of those in my life. So I called my daddy. I said, Daddy, make me, I just need a, he didn't understand, a block of wood with some holes with some big dowels and some more holes with some little dowels. And so eventually, this is what we came up with. He made me a bunch. I love it. It's my bow tire. This lets me tie really big bows. If I had a really thick ribbon, let's see, do I have a thick ribbon handy? Like super thick, like crazy. Hang on, don't go away. I know I have some. Hold on. All right, here we go. Like this, like really thick ribbon, and you want a really nice big thick bow, then these things are going to be spaced apart really far. And then I would tie it, and then I'd have a really big bow, right? And I'm dropping the pieces now. Okay, so depending on your thickness of your ribbon and the how malleable it is, you would use these different dowels. Let me make sure you're still in the field of view. So for this one, I have established that these two are just fine. So I'm taking my ribbon, I wrap it around the 2 little prongs. The tail goes under the whole shebang. I'm going to cough, hang on. Excuse me. Comes over the whole shebang. And then I just cross, do a crisscross, as if you were tying a shoelace. And pull tight. And then I can trim it. This ribbon is just so lovely. It's got some substance to it. I don't know if there's some wire in there or what it is, but it's quite delicious. Trim them. A glue dot like that. Bring back in the sample. I wish I could take credit for this. It is not my design, and I do apologize to the lady who gave me the fabulous swap last year. She used the Crafting Forever stamp set, and her information wasn't on the sample. It was on a piece of paper on how to make it. And I've misplaced that. What a surprise. So I do apologize that I cannot give you credit. Lovely lady who gave me the swap in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada last April. It was fantastic. This side she had the Crafting for the brushes, and she had Made with Love cut out and popped up. On this piece she had the Do Something Creative Every Day and a couple more blocks of that. On the back it was Crafting Forever. It was a big ticket swap. It took a lot of time and energy, and I thank you very much for it. It inspired me and I loved it, and I've been meaning to do this project since I got it in April. So I finally got around to doing it. So thank you, Mystery Lady. That's it. If you have any questions, drop me a comment. What else can I tell you? Again, if you're in Canada, feel free to shop with me, tamarabertram.stampinup.net. Yeah, hop over to my Facebook page, like some stuff, come to a class. I've got class Monday morning. If anybody's free and wants to come, I had a few cancellations, so come on by. I'd love to have coffee and craft with you. And that's it. I'm going to go finish putting these together, and have yourself a fantastic Saturday.